Welcome to Edu Aspirants, our YouTube channel for competitive exams. We are now on the third and final video of our series of videos on chapter 5, that is culture. National Mission on Monuments and Antiquities NMMA was launched in 2007 to prepare our national database on built heritage and sites and antiquities. NMMA has been made a division of Archaeological Survey of India. National Mission for Manuscripts NMM was launched in 2003 with the Indira Gandhi National Centre for Arts IGNCA as the nodal agency to reclaim India's inheritance of knowledge contained in the vast treasure of manuscripts. The National Gallery of Modern Art NGMA, New Delhi, was founded in 1954 to promote and develop contemporary Indian art. The objective of NGMA is to help people look at the works of modern art with understanding and sensitivity. The National Museum functions as a subordinate office under the Ministry of Culture since 1960. It houses over 2.6 lakh art objects dating from prehistoric era onwards. The Indian Museum is the 8th oldest museum in the world, instrumental towards the development of heritage and culture of India. Sir William Jones founded Asiatic Society in 1784. Dr Nathaniel Wallich, a Danish botanist, established a museum in 1814 as the Asiatic Society Museum, later known as Imperial Museum, and finally the Indian Museum, which is more familiar by the name Jadughar among visitors. The present building of the Indian Museum was completed in 1875. The National Council of Science Museums NCSMs, an autonomous body under the Ministry of Culture, is the largest network of science centers / museums in the world engaged in communicating science to empower people. Museum on Wheels was also introduced in India in 1965. The Victoria Memorial Hall, Kolkata, VMH, was founded by Viceroy Lord Curzon in 1921 in memory of Queen Victoria, with particular emphasis on Indo-British history. It is the museum on Indo-British history in the 18th, 19th and 20th centuries, and it is the finest specimen of Indo-British architecture in India and called the Taj of the Raj. National Museum, Institute of History of Art, Conservation and Museology, is an autonomous organization fully funded by the Ministry of Culture. It was established and declared as a deemed university in 1989 and is the only museum university in India. It is presently functioning at the first floor of the National Museum, New Delhi. National Research Laboratory for Conservation of Cultural Property, NRLC, was established in 1976 as a subordinate office of the Department of Culture and is recognized by the Department of Science and Technology as a scientific institution of the Government of India. NRLC, with its headquarters at Lucknow, has a training institute campus at Janakipuram, Lucknow, and a regional conservation laboratory at Mysore set up for catering to conservation needs of South India. Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture was conceived in 1936 as a permanent memorial to Shri Ramakrishna and formally established in 1938 to propagate the message of Vedanta as propounded by Shri Ramakrishna, whose basic teachings stressed equality of all religions, the potential divinity of man, and service to man is a way of worshipping God, which for him was a new religion for mankind. Anthropological Survey of India is an institution mandated to study the biocultures attributes of the Indian populations since its establishment about 65 years ago. Over the years, the survey has generated information from grassroots level through sustained research by its head office, Calcutta. 7 regional centers at Port Blair, Shillong, Nagpur, Mysuru, Dehradun, Udaipur, Kolkata, 1 sub-regional center, Jagdalpur, 3 field stations at Sagar, Ranchi, Visakhapatnam, and a camp office at the National Archives of India is the custodian of the non-current records of the Government of India and is the biggest repository of the non-current records in Southeast Asia. It has 1 regional office at Bhopal and 3 records centers at Bhubaneswar, Jaipur and Puducherry. The National Library, Kolkata, formerly Imperial Library, was founded in 1891. Its functions are acquisition and conservation of all significant material to the exclusion only of ephemera as well as of manuscripts of national importance. Collection of printed material concerning the country, no matter where this is published. Rendering of bibliographical and documentary services of current and retrospective material, both general and specialized. Acting as a reference center, surveying full and accurate knowledge of all sources of bibliographical information and participation in international bibliographical activities, and acting as a center for international book exchange and internal loan. The Central Secretariat Library, the CSL, formerly Imperial Secretariat Library, Kolkata, was established in 1891. Since 1969, the library has been housed at Shastri Bhavan, New Delhi, with a collection of over 7 lakh books and documents, mainly on social sciences and humanities. The Nehru Memorial Museum and Library comprises a museum on the life and times of Jawaharlal Nehru, the Research and Publications Division, a Social Sciences Library, the Oral History Division, the Manuscripts Division, the Center for Contemporary Studies, the Planetarium, and Nehru Learning Center for Children and Youth. The National Mission on Libraries, NML, was set up in 2012 for development of libraries and information science sector. Its components are creation of National Virtual Library of India, setting up of NML model libraries, quantitative and qualitative survey of libraries, and capacity building. Performing Arts Division of the Ministry of Culture administers the following schemes: Performing Arts Grant Scheme. The Repertory Grant provides financial assistance to dramatic groups, theatre groups, music ensembles, children's theatre, and for all genres in the field of performing arts. Scheme for cultural organizations to promote and support cultural organizations promoting art and culture throughout the country. The quantum of grant under this scheme is rupees 1 crore to 5 crores. The scheme of building grants supports the voluntary cultural organizations and government-aided cultural organizations in their efforts to create cultural space, that is, auditorium, appropriately equipped training, rehearsal, and performance spaces for artists, as also purchase of equipment. Tagore Cultural Complexes Scheme (TCC), formerly Multi-Purpose Cultural Complexes Scheme, gives financial assistance for the setting up of new cultural complexes of varying scales, as also for modernization, renovation, and upgradation of existing Tagore auditorium. Under the scheme of pension and medical aid to artists, financial assistance is granted to poor artists and traditional scholars who have made significant contribution to art and letters and in their fields, and their income, including income of the spouse, does not exceed rupees 4,000 per month, as also their age is not less than 60 years. Fellowship and Scholarship Scheme for the award of fellowship to outstanding persons in the field of culture. Junior and senior fellowships are awarded to outstanding persons in the age group of 25 to 40 years for junior and above 40 years for seniors. It is for the different cultural fields for undertaking cultural research. Fellowship and scholarship schemes, some more of them. Scheme for scholarships to young artists in different cultural fields. Financial assistance is given to young artists of outstanding promise in the age group of 18 to 25 years for advanced training within India in the field of Indian classical music, Indian classical dance, theatre, mime, visual art, folk, traditional and indigenous arts, and light classical music, etc. Fellowship and Scholarship Scheme, the Production Grant Scheme for not-for-profit organizations, NGOs, societies, trusts, universities, and individuals for supporting the seminars, conference, research, workshops, festivals, exhibitions, symposia, production of dance, drama, theatre, music, etc., and small research products on different aspects of Indian culture. Fellowship and Scholarship Scheme as the Tagore National Fellowship Scheme to revitalize the various institutions under the Ministry of Culture and other identified cultural institutions in the country by encouraging scholars, academicians to affiliate themselves with these institutions to work on projects of mutual interest. Gandhi Heritage Sites Mission, headed by Shri Gopalkrishna Gandhi and with eminent Gandhians as members, a panel was constituted in 2006, and on its recommendation, the Gandhi Heritage Sites Mission with a fixed term of 5 years was created in 2013, which, however, was extended till March 2020. It had a total budget outlay of 42 crore rupees to preserve 39 core sites and some important sites out of the 2000 sites visited by Mahatma Gandhi during his lifetime. Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti was formed in 1984 by the merger of Gandhi Darshan at Rajghat and Gandhi Smriti as an autonomous body. The Prime Minister of India is its chairperson and it has a nominated body of senior Gandhians and representatives of various government departments to guide it in its activities. The basic aim and objective of the Samiti is to propagate the life, mission and thought of Mahatma Gandhi through various socio-educational and cultural programs. The Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti has two campuses. The Gandhi Smriti campus is the place where Mahatma Gandhi lived the last 144 days of his life and where the epic life of Gandhiji ended on January 30, 1948. The Martyrs column, the spot where the Mahatma fell to an assassin's bullets, stands as the embodiment of all the sufferings and sacrifices that characterized the long struggle of India's freedom. Photographs, sculptures, paintings, frescoes, inscriptions on rocks and relics, exhibitions, etc., pertaining to the years Gandhiji stayed there are displayed here. The meager personal effects of Gandhiji are also carefully. The Gandhi Darshan, the second campus, is situated adjacent to the Mahatma Gandhi Samadhi at Rajghat. At present, the centre provides a comprehensive exhibition on Gandhi, conference halls, camping facilities for major national and international meets, a library and hostel for scholars in residence, children's corner, photo unit and a publications division. This ends our third and final video on the series of videos on culture. Thank you for viewing and keep revising. The next video on a new topic will be uploaded soon. Subscribe, like, share and press the bell icon for updates. Best wishes for your forthcoming exams. Thank you once again.